what's up? This is Ekis, and thank you for listening to the GameXPresents podcast. Make sure to follow GameXPresents on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Google+. But for now, please enjoy the show. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of GameXPresents, the podcast. This is episode number 18, and here speaking is Ekis.
This is Stuff.
And this is Victorino.
And we're here back again, coming straight to your ears. Episode 18. We've made it this far, so that means I guess we're keeping the podcast after all.
We are?
Yeah, I guess we're keeping it. I mean, it's more than just a small project now. Now it's 18.
Oh, it's not 20.
No, but 18 is legal.
Yeah, we're legal.
18 is legal.
So
Damn right.
We're 18, so
Sup? Hey.
we're finally 18, so we can finally do whatever we want in this. We can finally curse and stuff.
Except we can't drink yet.
We can't drink yet.
We gotta wait a couple more episodes.
We can die for a country, but we can't drink. All right, so what's up, Victorino? Any update on your life? And what games have you been playing?
Lately, I've been playing the Fallout New Vegas. That I had that game, but I never played it.
How's it? Is it the same kind of thing as Fallout 3?
Well, like the same, but they're have different options. Like,
So is it you find it? Well, that is an older, 1 year old maybe.
it's 1 year. No, 2 years actually.
New Vegas.
Yeah, I think New Vegas came out in 2010, 9.
So we're basically retro gaming now.
Yeah, it's that retro game.
What do you consider retro gaming stuff? Like, how old would you consider retro gaming?
I don't know. For me, it's anything Nintendo 64 or less.
So the GameCube is still not retro yet?
No, not quite retro.
So PlayStation 1 is retro.
PS1's retro, in my opinion.
So the end of the Nintendo 64, which was
2000.
2000 maybe?
Yeah.
So anything before 2000 around?
Yeah.
I would probably consider the GameCube retro, but I never play any GameCube, so for me personally, it's all basically Nintendo 64 is when I lost interest on video gaming
For a while. Until GTA, no.
No, until recently I started playing again. I mean, I've never lost interest in video gaming. I've always liked the whole scene. I like collecting and stuff. But actual paying attention to games, I for whatever reason, I just quit paying attention on Nintendo 64 days. Yeah, I've always have games that I play, but it's usually those that become popular enough for me to actually know about them.
Yeah. And because how about PlayStation 2? Is that still not retro? That's in the border, I would think.
No.
Yeah, that one's kind of in the border. It'll make its way to retro in my opinion eventually, but not quite there.
And I guess talking a little bit about retro, even though we're you talking about Nintendo 64 and everything, how Nintendo, that's our childhood. That's our childhood, in terms of video games. But right now they're doing the whole Wii U thing. But recently here in the United States they're releasing the Wii Mini
From Canada.
I mean, they released it a year ago in Canada. Something. Well, is it the same thing, or was similar, or is it the exact same thing?
No, it's the exact same thing.
I know, because I thought maybe there was a redesign of that. But yeah, so the United States is getting it officially. So what do you think?
I mean, we're special too?
Yeah, we're special too, not just Canadians.
Or
maybe they thought the Canadians, their internet sucked, so they didn't need a system with internet. But I don't know. I've never been to Canada. So if we have any Canadian listeners, please let us know how bad your internet is.
All right, so this Wii Mini, it costs $100. It has no backwards compatibility.
Boo.
So it'll only play Wii games.
Yay.
It does not have an SD card slot. It doesn't have an internet connection. But it does come bundled with Mario Kart Wii.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
And a controller and a nunchuck. So for how much?
For $100.
$100. Okay, so what do you feel about that because it is kind of like just like I'm pretty sure they didn't spend too much on developing this, or they didn't spend so much money on this, so it's not like they had to do research or anything. So I'm pretty sure $100 is basically nothing for this. They're still making some money, but in terms like you can get a better version for $30 more, one that can actually connect to the internet, has the SD card, can play GameCube games if you have a library of GameCube games. So, do you think this is worth it stuff?
I'm gonna make the same argument for this as I did for the Nintendo 2DS. I'm like, it's an option, and options are nice. I definitely see it as just like the 2DS. I see it as something that is more rugged, something that you can be more. What's the word? You don't have to take care of it. Yeah, it looks like the system looks like it's something you can throw around and kick around and it'll still work.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of the SNES as far as build quality, because it does look like it's something very minimalistic, where it'll just work even if you kick it down the stairs or something.
But that's not recommended.
I'm not saying it will.
Yeah,
I'm saying it looks like
it. Yeah, because like it doesn't have any like ports for like controllers like the other Wii does, where you can connect your GameCube controller. So it just looks like a tough box. It looks like a black box, like one of those that would be on the plane that would have all the information. So it's like if you're going on a trip and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna take a system. Here, I'll take this and just throw it in your bag.
Throw it in your bag. Not worry about it.
I mean, in terms of that,
although it is still a CD drive, so you still have to be somewhat careful.
And it's top loader too.
Yeah, it's top loading,
so it doesn't have as much mechanics.
It still looks like it's something that you just don't have to be careful with. So I don't know. To me, the system is gonna be popular. Well, I don't know if popular is the right word, because it is a 6-year-old system in a way, but I think a lot of like retro gamers are gonna enjoy it, because people that have collections, they're probably gonna put their nice original Wii, the fancy looking. You're probably gonna put those in their boxes, for the collection, and then just kind of keep this around, tucked somewhere, just for if they ever want to play a Wii game.
And you know what's for sure though? We still have a lot better Wii games out there than Wii U games.
Exactly.
So it's not like if you get this, it'll be totally useless. Like I'm pretty sure, even if you go to like your local Game Exchange type of store, which is like Funkoland, what EV Games? Oh no, that's even gone.
You mean GameStop?
GameStop, yeah, like your mom and pop GameStops that can sell older games. They still have a bunch of games, and the fact that since it doesn't have any internet connectivity, the games are being played as is on the disc.
Correct, which I kind of like, because it reminds me of the days of the PS1, where you had the system, you just put in the game, you just put in the disc, you press power, and then you play. We don't get that anymore nowadays. Every time you want to play a game nowadays, there's some kind of update that you have to do.
And like when you play the games, like a lot of times, developers have updates because for whatever reason, they eventually, once the game gets released, there's like bugs, there's glitches, there's all these, difficulties with the game. With this not having, updatability, how does that affect, like, in terms of like correcting bugs and glitches?
For old games like this, I'm really not sure. But it does bring out the good point of, I kind of feel like developers are getting too comfortable with the internet, and I kind of feel like a lot of times they're like, okay, we have an unfinished product. Instead of testing it and trying to find the bugs, they're just letting it go. and thinking, oh, well, people are just going to find the bugs anyway, so then we'll fix them as we go and then just send updates online. Not really sure how to feel about that. Because, it's like they're selling me unfinished games, but at the same time, if they go through all the testing, well, that's going to cost them more money. Although it's not like I've ever seen video games drop prices either. So I don't know. I wish that more games were just complete from the get-go rather than have to rely on constant updates.
Yeah, like I'm not really like too familiar with the whole developing games, but I know that, games created now are a lot more complex than the games created
true.
back then. So at the same time, it's like, even, when you pass it through quality testing and everything, glitches are going to go through, they're going to escape you and they're going to come out with the wide release. So, sometimes like gamers, since they're playing in different ways, different gamers find different glitches. So that's also a good thing to have, the ability to update, so that, because if you just have a glitchy game, you're pretty much screwed if there's no updates. You're not able to update through the internet. But as long as that's like a last resort, like you try
exactly. And I just feel like for a lot of companies that's not a last resort. Like they just rely on it.
Yeah, that's a reliance. Yeah, that is a bad thing to have. And have you ever encountered any like game breaking glitches that you recall?
Not that I can recall, no. Something that completely messed up the game, not really.
Because I remember I was playing a Mortal Kombat game. It was a Mortal Kombat where it was a different kind of Mortal Kombat. It was like one of those multiplayer, like you can play with up to 4 people at a time.
Was it a Mortal Kombat Sub-Zero?
No, it was the one after that. It was like I forgot what it was called, but it was like it was like kind of like a Mortal Kombat arcade style game where you can
Shaolin Monks.
Yeah, that one, Shaolin Monks. Yeah, and there was this part where I was there and I was like halfway through the game, and all of a sudden I'm supposed to like defeat this boss, and the gate is supposed to open up, but upon beating the boss, like the gate stayed up. And, luckily the internet was still around. So I like looked it up and they're like, yep, that's a game breaking glitch. You can't continue. And, there's no updates. This was for the regular Xbox. And, I basically had to like start over, which I just like ended up not playing any more of it. So,
yeah,
sometimes
usually
like
when you have to start over, you're like, screw it.
Yeah. So like, I guess like if it helps like fix those kinds of things, that's a good thing. But at least try to make it as complete as possible. Because, like something like a huge game like Grand Theft Auto, that's such a big game that, you are going to find glitches here and there. So, I mean, that's always a good thing to have. But let's not rely on that, I guess.
Yeah. And the thing is, I don't see this only in video games. I'm kind of seeing this in other things. Like, the Nexus 7, for example, the new Nexus 7, when it came out, it had a bunch of screen issues. So, slowly they've been fixing those. But it just seems like with everyday technology nowadays, we just rely so much on updates.
Yeah.
But I'm like, are they not testing this shit? Like, I just feel like there's a lot less testing going on simply because, we can just update it later. Rather than giving me a finished product to begin with. Yeah.
So do you think are you gonna purchase a Wii Mini?
The Wii Mini? Yeah, I'm gonna purchase the Wii Mini.
You are?
Yeah, I'm sure I will. Just as part of the collection. It's cute too. So.
Yeah, and it's only
that counts. Cute counts. Damn it.
And it's only red and black, right? That's the only color scheme they're giving.
As far as I know, yeah.
Okay, I mean that's not bad.
Like I said, I think it's a good thing to have like thrown somewhere. If I ever want to play a Wii game, that's the one I will go for. Because like right now, my Wii has been in the box. I put it in the box. As soon as I get the Wii U, I put the Wii in the box, and that's where it's gonna stay for the rest of its life, hopefully. But yeah, if I ever want to play a Wii game, I would like the option of being able to just plug this thing in and just throw it in there. You know.
But you have a Wii U.
I do have a Wii U.
Wii U plays Wii games.
Yeah, well, maybe, like you said, maybe I'm going somewhere.
Yeah,
and I just want to throw this in the bag.
Just throw it in there real quick. Just throw it in there.
And it just feels like something I can kick around. I want to kick it around.
Hey, let's buy one and kick it. See how long
see how long we can kick it while playing.
No, but yeah, like a lot of people don't have internet and all that. So
I kind of wish that it didn't need the sensor bar, that somehow they would have put it in front of the system.
Yeah, like on the system, and you just put the system on top of the TV. Not on top, but like under the TV or something. That would actually be cool. Yeah,
but I guess putting it under the TV all the time would not work. But if your TV is like hanging something, all right, my idea sucks.
No, but that I mean, for me it would work, but yeah, for other people maybe not. So yeah, that kind of like
well, there's other people out there. X.
Yeah, so I know we talked a little bit about the updates, but like even like now, like even with like you talk about the Nexus 7, but now like even like the Xbox One that is requiring and the PS4 requiring day one updates. Like why are you not giving us a complete system, like a complete all right, you had plenty of time. You planned this for so many years. Why now you need an update?
Remember, they had to change their policy.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah, they did have to change their policy and whatnot. And I understand that it takes a while to create these systems. I know that they've been building them for months. So there's no way that they could update all the systems to the newest firmware. I understand that. But you would think that when they decided to actually make the systems, they would have come with some kind of basics firmware that would allow you to at least play a game. And, like I can understand if it doesn't have any of the new friend stuff, or if it doesn't have Netflix, or if it doesn't have a lot of things, because, you need an update for that. But to not even be able to play a game, to not even be able to even watching a movie. I'm okay if I can't watch a movie, but when you buy a console and you get home with it, you don't want to do a freaking update that's going to take forever. And that the Microsoft servers are going to go down when they're trying to do the update. It's going to be a huge mess. You want to go home and you want to put in that game that you bought,
just play it.
And it's bad enough that you have to install it first, but now you have to do the whole damn update and then install.
Yes,
and you had to update the game too.
So like,
it's gonna take hours before you can actually sit down and play a game.
I know, like I can just imagine, like you're waiting in a line, like for those early people who wait in the line. You're waiting in a line, then you get your system, and then you get home. You're like, man, I really want to play this, and you have to wait another 3 hours.
And for those living in Wisconsin, it's even worse because you have to defrost first.
Oh man. Although lately it hasn't been cold, so maybe next week it won't be that cold.
Who knows?
You never know.
Remember, even if it's not that cold, when you're sitting outside
not doing anything, especially at night
for hours.
Yeah,
at night.
That's where you make a camp.
So now that some time has passed, how are you wanting to go and wait in the line?
No, because of the same thing. I know that if I was to get like an Xbox One on day one, I'm not gonna want to deal with this whole update thing, and I'm sure the servers are gonna be packed for the first few weeks, so I may as well wait.
Yeah.
Well, later I can buy it and do this damn update real quick.
Yeah. Yeah,
and have it not be a pain.
Yeah, because even with the whole iOS 7 when it came out, like can't even like update your tablet or your phone or anything because it kept like freezing and stuff.
But yeah, basically, this guy from Microsoft did confirm that when he was pressed, being asked what could people do with the Xbox One before the update, his answer was nothing. And that's what really bothers me. Like, come on, like you should at least be able to play a game.
Yeah. Yeah, like that's just And and you think this is gonna be like the norm of like in future systems that come out or anything? Even
I think it is becoming the norm because we had to do it with the Wii U also.
Yeah, we did.
It was the same thing. And I haven't heard about the PS4, but I'm guessing that it probably
is gonna use.
Is it also useless without doing it first?
No, I think you can play games, but like for the other options.
Okay.
Yeah, and that I don't mind. Like if I want the other options, I'll update. But at least let me play a damn
play
game
a game.
At least let me play for 10 minutes.
Yeah, like get your little fix.
Yeah, get that little fix before I can chill and be like, okay, that was awesome. Now I can do the update.
And while I take a nap and everything
and defrost,
get some hot cocoa. Yeah, because even with the Nexus 5 that I got, still as soon as you turn it on, it always is doing this update kind of a thing. But it's a new, it's not gonna go away anytime soon. That's here to stay. Sadly,
you know what's not here to stay though?
Miyamoto.
No, that was not what I was gonna talk about. I was gonna talk about the 300 leftover Blockbuster video stores.
Oh yeah. We never went back.
We never went back to that other one to see if they lowered their prices.
Now it's official.
Yeah. Now it's official. I know this is gonna hurt a lot of people.
Oh yeah. Who?
I don't know who. A lot of people that work at these stores. Maybe.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
It's official. I think it's DirecTV that owns them, or
DirecTV. Yes, DirecTV.
I don't. Was it? Yeah, it could have been one of those.
One of those.
Anyway, whoever owns Blockbuster, they are shutting down apparently there are still 300 stores out there.
300 stores in the nation.
In the nation that were still open.
And there's one, and there's two in Milwaukee.
There was one.
Oh, the one on 76.
Yeah. People don't care on the. So anyway, there was 300 nationwide, and they're shutting them down. So I'm happy.
I mean, it doesn't really matter to me because I haven't been to Blockbuster in a while.
No, but you know why I like the fact that this is happening? Simply
because you're evil.
Oh yeah, that. But no, it gives me some hope about certain other companies because Blockbuster was never very nice. Like this company was always charging late fees, even if you weren't really late. Like they would mess up and not count your stuff, but then they would charge you late fees.
Yeah.
Their prices were ridiculous. They were trying to charge you for every little thing that they could. Like if you forgot to rewind, hey, there's a charge.
Yeah, and especially when they sold their the used games. I'm like, I know this game has been used like a prostitute. Come on, why are you trying to charge me almost full price for this damn game?
So I don't want to sound mean, but when I see a company that works that way, and then I see them go down, it makes me a little happy.
Well, you know what's funny? Actually, me and Victorino were driving somewhere here in the city, and there's a place called Family Video, and that place was packed.
Really?
It was packed. So I don't know if they had if other people there still had VHS or something, because I remember the last time I went in there they still had VHSs or whatever. But
does Family Video do porn videos?
No, I don't know with the name like Family Videos. No, I don't think it does porn, but
I'm just like, why else would people be there?
But I think they probably do have a $1 rental kind of a thing.
Okay.
So like the Red Box is just $1.
Yeah.
Maybe that one is $1 for a week or something. If they have something like that, maybe that's why people still go there. I haven't been inside. Maybe because Blockbuster was such a big company, so they probably try to get away with a lot of things. Yeah. But this one is probably more
localized.
Yeah, it's more of a local kind of a.
You think Blockbuster had they actually tried, they would have been able to stay alive?
I think if they would have tried to be better, in terms of being fair to their customers. I think they would have done a lot better, but people just got tired of them, and they saw that things like Netflix was probably better. Or even the red box. I still see people like always going to red boxes. I've never...
I hate the red box.
Yeah, I've never been there because even that, like, they charge... If you turn it in like a day late, they charge you whatever they charge you. I've never done it, so I'm never gonna... Never
By the
will.
way, I do believe Blockbuster had something like Netflix where they would ship movies to you.
Yeah.
They're also shutting that down, but they are keeping their streaming service.
Yeah.
So maybe in the future, it looks like their plan might be to do something like what all these streaming companies are doing, which is basically making their own content. I honestly don't see Blockbuster doing that anytime soon, but who knows?
Was Blockbuster ever in a position to buy YouTube?
Maybe at some point.
That would have been
the beginning of YouTube.
I think YouTube would have gone. There would be no YouTube if Blockbuster would have taken over, because they would have. I bet you they would have charged you for everything.
Uploading your video too late.
You said you were gonna upload every week. Well, we would have been screwed then.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, Blockbuster sucks. So good riddance.
All right.
Good riddance.
Now you wanted to speak about Miyamoto.
Yeah, it was just like a little topic that is like a rumors and kind of thing about, Miyamoto's been in the video game industry for such a long time, and he has contributed a lot, especially Nintendo, of course.
Yeah, he turned Nintendo around.
He basically saved video gaming. Video gaming was not doing very well before him.
Yeah, so Nintendo was like the one responsible for like bringing it back, and he's contributed with a lot of memorable characters and video games and everything like that. But like every good thing, eventually things have to change. And do you see like Miyamoto? I don't know how. Like I'm pretty sure like as long as he could continue to make video games, but I'm pretty sure like there's gonna be a point where he may just want to like sit back and relax, enjoy his life, outside of video games, or maybe not be as what's it called, as involved in video gaming. And do you think that if Miyamoto, if he like retires or something to that effect, how would that affect Nintendo as a company? Do you think Nintendo will be able to survive, or do you think they might struggle unless they find somebody?
Right now, I don't know if Nintendo can survive, and they have Miyamoto.
Maybe they need fresh blood, new blood.
But it's not. I don't think it's Miyamoto's fault. I think it's just
no. Actually, Miyamoto he's amazing. He's really one of those people that he's a great example of what humanity should be, in my opinion. He's very devoted to his family. He's also, obviously a kid in heart. Very devoted to his work also. But would a world without Miyamoto? Here's how I feel about that. I feel like he hasn't he created some amazing franchises. But I personally can't think of anything he has created in the last 10 years that I would say, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, because I think his latest creation would have been like Pikmin, and I know you haven't played any other Pikmin games.
I haven't played it, but to me that's like a bunch of little things. It's like I don't see it as one mascot or one franchise. But I will have to play it to be able to say anything. Honestly, I you could almost argue that maybe Nintendo would be kind of better without him, because maybe a lot of people in Nintendo kind of live under his shadow, and there could be a lot of people with amazing talent that don't dare to speak up because it's Miyamoto. So, or maybe they would simply, or maybe Nintendo would simply be forced to find more talent and not rely so much on this one man. Because after all, he is just one man, and he has been training people to do what he does, and they've been helping out in a lot of games. They've been doing a great job. I think he has been slowly stepping away from all his games.
Yeah, and I know that we're talking about how Miyamoto is such a huge investment, or huge important figure for Nintendo, especially in these times when Nintendo is a company that we enjoy as gamers, especially like the older gamers. I don't know if the younger generation really appreciates Nintendo as much as we may do, but like in terms of trying, because GameXPresents, we like to help companies.
Okay.
And we like to, especially companies we like.
Hey, let me put on my helping company hat.
And so we've saved governments, we saved corporations, but we want to save Nintendo now.
Are we on a World War III right now?
Not yet.
Not yet. We're not, right?
We haven't.
That's because we prevented World War III.
Yeah, we prevented World War III.
So all of you listening, if you're alive, thank us.
Yeah, because we prevented the assassination of Archduke something. Miyamoto. Nemesis' son. No, but all right. In order, we're talking about how Nintendo is struggling, so we want to provide like some games. If you do have that Wii U, somewhere collecting dust and waiting to get played, we want to say, what games are worth it for the Wii U. So we made.
By the way, collecting dust is not a good thing for a Wii U. It gets in there and it covers up the fans, and it's just a bad thing for the Wii U or any system.
Yeah. So for this holiday season, grab yourselves a Q-tip, pour some alcohol on the end, and start scrubbing on the top on the loading slot. So you can.
I believe they say you're supposed to use deionized water, not alcohol.
Shit, I've been using alcohol.
Yeah, I think that's supposed to be bad.
I've been using Bacardi 151.
No, that's good.
Okay, because I would think that it'll make the gameplay a lot better.
It'll make something better.
Or, get your whatever hydrogenized water, and then the Bacardi.
Hydrogenized. Deionized.
Hydrogenized.
This water has hydrogen in it. What
your
the hell?
Hydrogen, liquid nitrogen, and pour it into your system, and put some of these games, in which I had created a list, but this damn tablet.
Right, so before we get to the list, we should take a little break, and we will be right back. All right, and we're back. Sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties.
Yeah,
we're back.
We're back.
Everything's good.
Yeah. So as we were saying, we're here, saving companies and everything. So we kind of wanted to make a little list talking about the games that you could purchase for that Wii U system that you bought like a year ago.
For this holiday.
Yeah,
because all right, a lot of people complain about the Wii U. How there is no games.
Like us.
But there's no games because people are not buying the system. So if people want Wii U games, then people need to buy the system. But people don't want to buy the system because there are no Wii U games.
Yeah.
So here's a list of, what was it, like 5 games that we felt were really worth buying this holiday season.
Yeah. And
Christmas.
Some of these games came out a while ago, so you probably already had purchased these games. But if you just bought the system with the Nintendo Lands, and you haven't bought any other games, here's some games you can buy.
The Nintendo Lands, like the YouTubes?
Yeah, the Nintendo Lands is like the YouTubes. So one of the games is, of course, the what I would call the Automatic, which is the new Super Mario Brothers Wii U.
Yeah.
Which is a game.
That's a must.
Yeah, it's a must. That's like
having a Wii U without that game is like having a Nintendo without Super Mario Brothers.
Or like having... No, I'm not even going to say it. Because we're not PG. It's like having a dick with no balls.
Oh my god.
Sorry, kids.
It happens. There shouldn't be any kids listening to this.
Yeah, so... Yeah, so other games you can probably buy.
Thank you for putting that image in my head, by the way.
Pikmin 3, I know you haven't played that game, but it is a game that people enjoy. That people that have played it have enjoyed. I enjoyed it, even though I haven't played Pikmin 3, which I will buy that game.
You know, the reviews of that game are usually so good that it makes me want to play it. So that is definitely my, I wouldn't say must, but it's definitely...
That you want to try.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those games that I'll probably buy this holiday to try it out, because I've never played one of those games, but it looks like it could be fun, and I like puzzles. So.
Yeah, so that's a very like puzzle-oriented game. And another one that is, has gotten high reviews is also Rayman. I know you've played previous games of those.
Correct. Rayman has always been pretty fun, and Rayman Legends is one of those games where this game was supposed to be almost a launch title back when the Wii U came out, but they decided, okay, the Wii U is obviously not selling as well as we thought it would, so it was supposed to be a Wii U exclusive.
Yeah. So
they ended up delaying the game until they could actually release it in other platforms. So they released the game for the PC, the 360, and the PS3, as well as the Wii U. And it finally came out like late this summer.
Yeah.
So I haven't actually played this one, but it looks really good. The reviews are good. And honestly, I was trying to decide if I wanted to get the PC version or not. But I decided, you know what? The game was originally made with the Wii U in mind. So that's probably going to be the best experience. So that's the one I want to play it with. Yeah.
And and obviously, if you have a PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and a Wii U, like the Wii U is not... it's not a system that's behind those other systems, so it's not like you're going to get a bad version of it.
The game looks absolutely beautiful on the Wii U. And again, it was made for the Wii U. I mean, they made the game thinking of the Wii U. Yeah. Just later, they decided, okay, this is not going to work for us. We got to put it in other platforms. The thing that kind of makes it a little bit difficult for me is the fact that I could probably get the game for like $40 for the PC.
Yeah.
While the Wii U is still like $60, but just to help out Nintendo and to do my part, I'll probably end up getting the Wii U version. Also, because again, I do think that it's gonna be the best experience for this specific game.
And I especially hope that this Black Friday or this last quarter seasons where companies try to sell everything.
What is it? Cyber Monday?
Cyber Sex Monday.
Cyber Wednesdays? I don't know. One of those.
No, I think it's Cyber Week now.
Cyber Week?
So you get Cyber
Black Week.
Black Week Cyber Black Week. And so I'm pretty sure there's gonna be tons of sales in Wii games, Wii U games, Xbox, and
I really hope that
PCs.
This holiday season we have the same Target special that we had last holiday season, where they had this buy 2 Wii U games, and get 1 free. Yeah, I abused the crap out of that last year.
And I think it is gonna be that.
So I'm kind of waiting for that.
Yeah, so that's the time to buy. In another one of these games, even though it did came out for the GameCube, there's a lot of people who did not play that game, but the Zelda HD Wind Waker, if you haven't played it for the GameCube, it's a good game, and you should get it for the Wii U.
I definitely never played that. But how is it when you compare it to like the ones that I really enjoy, which was the Ocarina of Time, and also the one that came out for the Wii. Well, it came out for the GameCube also. The Twilight Princess. Mm-hmm. How does this one compare to those?
Like I think Wind Waker is actually a sequel to Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, with that split timeline.
With a split timeline, where the adult Link and the young Link. So it's a continuation in a split timeline. So it does, like, if you played Ocarina of Time, this is a good sequel to it. And
I was always kind of put off by the graphics. I was like, oh, it's all cartoonish. I don't.
Yeah, and I had that same opinion when it came out for the GameCube, but I enjoyed it. Like it like at the beginning, it was kind of like, oh man, like the cell shading is just a gimmick or whatever. But I kind of liked it, so I'm pretty sure the HD version looks, even though it didn't look bad on the GameCube, as far as I remember.
So story wise and gameplay is very similar, kind of.
Yeah.
All right.
It has the same kind of weapons that Ocarina of Time. Of course, it has like a cartoony feel to it. So, and I know that your whole, you like cute.
I do like cute.
So that's cute.
Okay.
It's a cute game.
It's a cute game.
Yeah.
No, I may have to give it a try because now it's even a better time, because I guess when people were playing on the GameCube, like traveling around the world on the boat was a pain in the...
Yeah.
And I guess it's all a lot faster now, so that's...
Yeah, you can direct the wind.
And especially if they add the tablet experience to it, it might be... Because I know I played that kind of similar kind of game for the DS, and I liked how they used the touchscreen on the DS for that game. So like your inventory and...
So when I get Pikmin and I get Rayman and Target gives me a free one, this should be my free one.
Yeah, that should be your free one. And there's other games, because you got the new Super Mario Brothers Wii U already. Well, one other game that it's actually a pretty good game is Lego City Undercover. So that's kind of like a kid-friendly Grand Theft Auto kind of a thing.
Kid-friendly.
Yeah,
Grand
so
Theft
like
Auto.
instead of like the bloods going all over the place, Lego pieces just explode from their heads.
So what, you have like Lego boobs or at the strip club or?
No, it's you're as a police officer.
Yeah, you're actually the police officer in this game.
Oh, okay.
So you're beating down prostitutes, or you can imagine them being prostitutes, or how would kids call them, like evil ladies of the night?
Okay.
And but those are games that are currently out right now. But there's one game that is going to be released on November 22nd, which is Super Mario 3D World.
That one I'm very much looking forward to.
Yeah, so that's a definitely must buy.
And then multiplayer.
Yeah, that is definitely a must buy. I'm kind of surprised that they're doing another Mario game. Although this is a more, how should I say it? It's more real than the new Super Mario Brothers. The new Super Mario Brothers is cute. It's
retro.
Yeah, but it is more retro. This one's pretty different. I was a huge fan of the Super Mario 3D Land on the 3DS.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the way they brought up a lot of things that kind of reminded me of Super Mario Brothers 3. Super Mario Brothers 3, he had a bunch of different costumes and stuff that he could come. Well, they kind of had that on 3D Land, so I'm really hoping to see a lot of that on 3D World.
Yeah, they have like I believe like a cat suit or something like that. They have like different things. So yeah, it is definitely one that it kind of is a little bit different from the one they did previously for the Wii U. So it's not like you're getting the exact same thing.
Yeah.
But like it's also like these are the games that you should buy. But there's also like some disappointments. Like we wish that would have came out because they were supposed to come out the holiday season.
There's a lot of disappointments.
But like one of the games that was supposed to come out was Mario Kart 8, but that's scheduled for the spring of 2014, which is kind of disappointing because that was a game. It's
extremely disappointing. Like it's spring of 2014. It's so far away, and this is like it's one of their system sellers. Like. This is the kind of game that they really needed this holiday season. Either Mario Kart 8 or the new Smash Brothers. Those always sell a lot.
The Smash Brothers.
And do you have a release date on that one?
Smash Brothers just says like sometime in 2014.
So they don't even tell you when.
They don't even tell you like what like month or quarter.
It's like, Super Mario 3D World, that's nice. But it's not going to give you the sales that Mario Kart would have,
Yeah, like...
Or a whole new 3D full world Mario game,
Yeah. I mean, I think we made our Wii U owners more depressed than happy. But yeah, like...
No, they should be happy because there's a new Mario game coming, but it is kind of depressing. And like Rayman, I'm sure a lot of Wii owners probably forgot about that one.
Yeah, probably. Kind of like...
they got tired of waiting, but... at the same time, yeah, it is depressing because you like I bought the Wii U December last year. It seems like December this year, I'm still not gonna have a whole lot of good games to go with. I mean, it was a little difficult coming up with a list of 5 even.
Yeah, and those are the only 5 that I really could like absolutely recommend. Like just looking at this list, maybe the Wii Mini doesn't look that bad. But yeah,
it does start looking a little sexier.
Yeah, it starts looking better. But yeah, it's the Wii U. We wish it would
comes with Mario Kart.
Well, yeah, it comes with Mario Kart, the Wii Mini. But yeah, obviously, they need to make more games. So like, talking about making games. Like even if they make remakes, we always talk about making remakes, and
yep.
We've talked about like they should probably make just like Ocarina of Time remake, Star Fox remakes. We'll eat that up because we like those games.
I would buy 2.
Are there any games that maybe people are not as popular that you may want to be remakes? For example, like I'm pretty sure it was popular, but to me, like almost any Nintendo 64 game should be a remake. Almost like that were made by Nintendo
without the name 64 in them.
I don't care. Just make it. They could be like Donkey Kong 64 Wii U. Like
it'll just be whatever 64 HD.
Yeah, like how would that work? Because that's technically the name of the game, like Donkey Kong 64. So they have to say Donkey Kong 64 Wii U. It's kind of called like Street Fighter, the movie, the game, the movie.
Or Donkey Kong 64 U.
Yeah, there you go. That could be like a line of Nintendo 64 games that
I
come
want
out.
a new The Lion King game. There, I said it.
Oh, the one for the Super Nintendo?
Yeah, I enjoyed the crap out of that game.
I beat that game. I really like that game. With this,
I don't care. Aladdin, that was another really fun one. Come on, Disney.
Oh, yeah, obviously Disney, but yeah... I guess just make it like sharper images, sharper graphics in HD.
Yeah, like I don't care. Those were fun games. Why can't I play them again? I mean, obviously I could, but I want to play them in HD now.
Yeah, because like a lot of times, like if you get you go to the virtual console, like you can buy games. It's the same games. It's the same graphics. So,
and do they even make games like Final Fight anymore? Or it's just going down the street beating up everyone?
No, they don't make any.
They are gonna make a like a Ninja Turtles in time kind of a thing.
Okay.
I don't know exactly the same. It's called. Oh, never mind. I retract that. It's some other game, but but they did try to make like a Ninja Turtles in time, like a remake kind of a thing. But a lot of people didn't like it because they didn't make it as good as they should have. But yeah, I don't think they've ever made something, because all the HD versions are usually like PlayStation 2 games.
Yeah. Although to be fair, even when companies do try to make stuff like this, like with the new Super Mario World, Nintendo got a lot of criticism because a lot of people were like, "Oh, they're just trying to stick to their old method of doing things, and we want new things." Personally, I'm a huge fan of the old way, so I'm cool with that. I prefer Mario in that side-scroller type of environment than on a full 3D Although Mario 64 was a very good game, but then all the Sunshine ones just did not work for me.
Yeah.
Although the Galaxy ones were pretty good.
Yeah, Sunshine, Galaxy.
Sunshine was kind of like, it's kind of...
the Galaxy ones, I didn't care for either. I never played those. Some of the only Mario games that I never played. I mean, I played them. They just didn't interest me.
Yeah, because I think like the Super Mario 3D World is kind of like a mix of both worlds. It's like a side scroller also, but it's also you can see the 3D world.
Mario 64.
Exactly.
So so I guess for right now we can just say stick to that game.
But I know that a lot of people were just complaining about the fact that the new game that the Wii U had was a side scroller. Yeah, I guess it goes with my previous statement of how it's not a real game, even though it is a real game. But I don't care. I like side scrollers, so
it's kind of like the same complaint that some people had that when they turn Metroid into a first-person shooter, sure. Some people were upset at that. Like
I was upset at that.
I enjoyed it.
I didn't.
Did you play the game, or like you just tried it at the beginning? Just didn't like it?
I've never been a fan of first-person shooters. Like they tend to make me dizzy.
Okay, yeah, so, yeah, but that's a good excuse.
Plus, to be fair, at the time, everything was first-person shooters. Not first-person shooters, but everything was like full 3D, and that was really bugging me. And the fact that they took a very good side scroller. And then they made it in a 3D world. I was like, come on, like what? Like back then, I was like, why can't they just make some side scrollers? Is it illegal now to make side scrollers? Everything has to be a full 3D world. But then they kind of went back to making side scrollers, so then that made me happy. Especially
when they did like the Paper Mario kind of games.
Yeah, that one was fun.
Yeah, so like it's a good way to have like a balance, and I think that's what Mario, especially the Mario franchise, does.
And you know what? Can't believe I'm going to say this, but you know what game they should make on the Wii U also?
Which one?
The Princess Peach game.
Oh, for the DS?
Yeah, that was actually a good game. I don't care what anyone says. That game was a lot of fun.
Should Princess Peach have her own like series?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Why don't they do that? Especially now that, even like you see a lot of little girls playing video games. Yeah. Why not make a Princess Peach like... Maybe not make her as stupid.
Exactly.
They're always getting kidnapped.
Making cake all the time.
And getting kidnapped. Like, they can't do nothing.
Maybe she needs to go rescue Mario.
I know, right?
From who? I don't know.
From like...
From Luigi.
Oh, yeah, from Luigi,
or
right?
Wario. Maybe Wario got Mario and she needs to go save him. Something, yeah.
Or Donkey Kong.
Oh, yeah, Donkey.
Sure, they started out as rivals.
They should make it how about a Donkey Kong
versus Mario, but it's
HD. The one that used to be the old arcade one.
It'll be Donkey Kong versus Mario HD, but then the whole time you play as Princess Peach, which will be kind of like Legend of Zelda because it has absolutely nothing to do with Link, the title. So
yeah. So, yeah, I think they should make a Princess Peach
There, we just
game.
saved Nintendo again.
I know if they only listen to us, but apparently they don't listen to our podcast.
Apparently.
Only who did we save? I forgot, but they listen to our podcast.
Whoever it was, they're happy.
Yeah, so they're making millions of dollars.
Yep.
If not billions.
Probably, which, I guess it must have been the Call of Duty people since they're saying they sold 1 billion.
Yeah, and what did we say? We said it in one of the previous podcasts that if you copy the same shit with the same formula, the same stupid ass people are gonna buy it.
Yep, exactly.
And
I still. Okay, so apparently, who is it that makes it? Activision. They're saying that they sold already $1 billion on day one.
Day one.
I can't believe it.
I call bullshit on that.
Yeah, I call bullshit too. Like. I found out that Call of Duty was already out because all of a sudden there were some YouTube videos about it. Like Grand Theft Auto, that's all I could hear about before the game came out. Call of Duty, I didn't hear shit.
And I don't know like what sales are included in these figures because I know that
they're probably just talking about items chipped.
Yeah, they are. Just like retail. Sold to retails.
Yeah, well, that doesn't count.
No, because I'm thinking like I know Call of Duty sells like headphones with the Call of Duty Ghost brand. Are those included in the sales, or is it just video games?
I don't know.
You know, that's what. Because if they're including like merchandise, then maybe I can think $1 billion if they're including merchandise. But because a lot of their merchandise does sell. But like if they're just talking about pure game sales, like discs, then I don't think. Because did you buy it?
No, I didn't buy it.
Did I buy it? No. Did you buy it, Victorino?
Nope.
No. So that's
like I said, I didn't even know. But
that's 3 less sales.
Maybe they're also selling a lot of those big packages. I don't know if they did it for this game, but I know for Black Ops 2 they had like the collector edition, which was like this huge barrel with a bunch of stuff in it.
I mean, are those included? I would think those are included. If as long as it comes with a copy of a game, it's included in the sales. Even though it's not the actual game that's being sold.
And they did sold it on PC with GTA.
And they did sell it on PC also.
Oh, that's true.
If GTA...
Isn't there a GameCube? I mean, GameCube.
And Wii U.
Wii U version?
Yeah, and there's a Wii U version for that one person that's going to buy it for the Wii U.
Maybe I'll buy it for the Wii U just to
support Nintendo.
To support Nintendo.
I'll see if I get it for the Wii U, but like on Black Friday, like so they don't.
Then we can play online together.
Yeah.
And we'll be the only ones, so we're gonna have the whole world.
Yeah, we're gonna be the best, the leaderboards. So yeah, because it's only gonna be like 2-year-old kids, like, Daddy, I'm getting killed by stuff in Eckies.
I'm gonna kill you, you little punk. You don't wanna regret the day that you were born.
And like, please make sure to listen to our podcast. So yeah, I guess anything else stuff on your mind?
Let me see. I don't think I have anything else. Yeah, I'm good.
Anything, Victorino?
Oh no.
No. No.
So yeah.
No, again, just still very, very sad about those blockbusters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But at least we got donuts today, so we're a little bit cheered up. So, okay. Well, thanks for thank you for listening to the GameXPresents podcast. We appreciate it. All you 3 listeners.
Wait, we got one more?
Yeah, we got one more.
Nice.
Yeah, so that we know of. Unless it's another of Victorino's accounts. But thank you for listening. This is episode 18. Hope you enjoy it. This is Eckies.
This is Stuff.
And this is Victorino.
Saying good night or good day wherever you're from. And enjoy your gaming. Peace.